Welcome to Vision Plus, a program featuring a positive outlook, dealing with everyday situations of marriage, children, and business. Believing Philippians 4:13, I can do all things through Christ who gives me strength. Teacher, author, speaker, delighting audiences from New York to Sacramento with a heart and message for the people today. Bonnie would like to remind you of the 800 number on the screen. Please feel free to call at any time throughout the broadcast and share your concerns. Leave your prayer request and someone will pray with you. And now, teacher, author, and speaker, Bonnie.
Hello and welcome. You're watching Vision Plus. Without a vision, the people perish. We have to get a vision for what we want to accomplish and then go for it, act. And one of the persons that did that is Martha Witt. You're going to get to meet her in just a moment. I do want to say that we have a couple of things we want you to know about. And don't forget that any of you that like a donation, this book, Backstage, about what happens in country music, country and western music backstage. It's kind of almost like a book you could put on your coffee table, because there's lots of pictures of Elvis and B.B. King and Hank Williams and all those Southern guys. I guess B.B. Southern, don't really know. Maybe Las Vegas, we'll call that South. But we're glad that you joined us, and we hope you have a wonderful. If you know of people that want to know a little bit more about the history of our country and how maybe you can personally be involved and chart your ancestors all the way back to the Revolutionary War, which this lady helped me do, and we'll show you how to do that. I want to welcome you, Martha Witt.
Oh, thanks, Bonnie. It's a pleasure to be here. Thank you so much.
She's a regent for the Daughters of the American Revolution. She's going to tell us about that. And also, coming up at the Valley Hills Country Club, we're going to have a wonderful, exciting time that you may find out whether you would like to be a member of the DAR, Daughters of American Revolution, or even the Sons of American Revolution. We'll tell you how to get in touch with those people, too. But first of all, tell us a little bit about the Daughters of the American Revolution, which you guys just helped me accomplish very recently, so I don't know a lot. I'm just learning.
Thank you, Bonnie. Actually, the DAR, Daughters of the American Revolution, was started in 1890. Wow. 18 women who were daughters of Revolutionary War soldiers decided that they needed to keep this history alive. They started the first meeting with the DAR, and the DAR now is in all 50 states and other countries besides.
It's amazing. You've
it's
the
amazing.
American Revolution, but the other countries, maybe they moved there from America or had relatives.
Yes, you have to trace your heritage back to someone that was involved in the Revolutionary War, either a patriot or even a mother that would have assisted in some way during the American Revolution.
We actually, Tony, my husband, and I actually went to Harrisburg, Pennsylvania through the archives and found where my relatives were, and we in fact ran off what they did there and where it's located and some history books, and so that was good.
I know, and it's exciting
but you don't
to
have
know.
to do that. We just did it because it was fun to us.
I know, and so many people have gotten interested in genealogy and trace their American heritage back. I have done that, and I'm still working on it because we can all find so many members of our family to trace their heritage, and it makes life exciting.
It does.
To know that where we came from, our roots, and that's important for everybody.
It always interests me in the Bible. They have like 14 generations to this, to Abraham, and 14 generations to Jesus, and so forth and so on. And they tell who begot whom, and so forth. So they were interested in. I forgot to turn the phone off. If that's okay, Tony, will get it. Somebody calling for you there. Well, tell us about this meeting at the Valley Hills Country Club and who you have and what it's all about.
Well, we have 4 chapters. A chapter in Athens, Alabama, Decatur, Alabama, the Huntsville chapter in Huntsville, Alabama, and the Twickenham chapter here in Huntsville. We get together each year in November and have a luncheon, and it's called the National Defense Luncheon. We have a speaker who is somehow related to the military field, and we have them choose a subject matter. This year, Nancy Billings, regent of the Twickenham chapter here in Huntsville, has chosen the speaker this year. And the speaker this year is,
I know he's a colonel.
Yes.
And he's got Coy Hallmark, I think, and he's going to be talking about patriotism then and now. That
Yes.
should be interesting, because a lot of the people, my senior in high school granddaughter actually learned a lot from taking her to Washington, D.C., just to see in person the Lincoln Memorial and all of the things that we can see there, to see a lot of our history that's for real. And we can go and see that ourselves. So I can hardly wait to find out the difference of patriotism then and now.
Well, that's how I feel about it. I'm anxious to know. I have no idea exactly how he's going to tie everything in, but I know that Nancy says that she knows him personally, and he is going to be a really good speaker. We're looking forward to it.
I know that it will be good also. And Valley Hills Country Club is so pretty, and the food is going to be so incredible. Now, if people are members and haven't been very active, I know that the one that actually was one of the first people that recommended that I belong, in addition to my cousins nagging, encouraging me to be a part of DAR, she's never been back since the day I joined. So maybe I won't call out her name, but if you are a member and haven't been going, call and get reservations to go. And they can get reservations through Winona Switzer. She pronounced it Switzer?
Schweitzer, I
Schweitzer?
think. Winona Schweitzer at 905 Tannehill Drive, Southeast, Huntsville, Alabama, and that's 35802.
And it's $20 a person for the beautiful meal and the wonderful speaker at the gorgeous Valley Hills Country Club. So it'll be a great time. It starts at 11 o'clock in the morning. Most can get there by then. Or even if they have a job, they can come for a long lunch hour.
That's true, and don't forget, the husbands are invited. The
That's
men
right.
are invited too. They're interested. They can send
And
their
if they-
$20 in.
That's right. Well, my granddaughter, who's a college student, she's 21, she wants to be a member of DAR, and so she plans to take off work and come. She works for a doctor, then she also goes to school, so she's very busy, as most of our young people are today. But if they have an interest in learning more about our history of our country, this would be a good time to go. Now, how long have you been a member, and what got you interested?
Since the late 1980s, and I had no idea that I would even have any relatives that had fought in the American Revolution. And a friend of mine, and kin to by marriage, had told me at a funeral, I went to a funeral, and she says, "Ann, you know that you are eligible to be a member of the DAR." And I said, "Oh." And she told me other things that I might be eligible for too, because of my heritage, and I got so